The strategically crucial Persian Gulf is at the foot of our ancient land. Most of the dozens of tiny islands in the Persian Gulf are Iranian territory, and among them all the most visited is Kish Island. Golnar Farnudi's feature from Kish Island will tell you exactly why that is.
Kish is a small resort island about 20 kilometers off the southern coast of Iran in the Persian Gulf and is a part of the Hormozgan province. It's nearly elliptical, about 15 kilometers by 7, and is a picture-perfect example of what most of us might imagine when we think of islands. A speck of land surrounded by a large body of water with beautiful coral reefs. The last time I was here was about 10 years ago. Kish is known as the Sunshine Coast in Iran and has been a beach resort island ever since the 70s. So people have been coming here to enjoy the sea, sand and sun. I've heard that they've made a lot of improvements over the past couple of years and Kish is now booming. What started out as a small fishing island became the largest trading port of the Persian Gulf during the Seljuk period, about 1,000 years ago, and is now alive both with national and international trade and tourism. So much is happening on the island that's been a free trade and industrial zone since 1993, providing domestic and foreign businesses with favorable economic conditions.
کیش به واسطه اینکه منطقه آزاده برای گردشگر خارجی هم جذابیت‌های خودش رو داره. هم گردشگر خارجی که برای تجارت به ایران میاد، هم گردشگر خارجی که برای تفریح و گردشگری به ایران میاد. مهمترین مزیتی که برای گردشگر خارجی وجود داره اینه که ویزا نیاز نداره. منطقه آزاده، هر ملیتی میتواند بدون اخذ ویزا صرفاً با یک بلیط هواپیما وارد منطقه آزاد کیش بشه. مزایای متعددی توی سرمایه‌گذاری کیش وجود داره، از جمله اینکه معافیت‌های 20 ساله مالیاتی دارن، معافیت‌های گمرکی دارن برای واردات و صادراتشون، ورود و خروج ارز به کیش محدودیتی نداره مثل بقیه کشور که نیاز به ثبت داره. میتوانند بیزینس‌های خودشون رو در کیش با نام خودشون ثبت کنن، به این معنی که شرکت‌های 100% سهام خارجی میتوانند در کیش به نام خودشون ثبت بشن، نیازی به شریک ایرانی الزاماً ندارن.
Kish is an island that's made up of many neighborhoods with very different characters. To understand the workings of a city, I believe you first need to know about its past and get to know its people and their culture. To do that, we headed to one of the only two remaining old neighborhoods of the island called Sefein, where an old house has been turned into a home for ecotourism. Once you arrive here, you'll find that there are many guides who can give you a lot of information about the old texture and lifestyle of Kish.
خونه که تشریف آوردید متعلق بوده به حاج عبدالله ابن شاهین. ایشون تاجر مروارید بودن، سازنده کشتی. خونه 200 سال قدمت داره، 1200 متر مساحت، از 2 قسمت تشکیل شده.
These sections include the inner and outer courtyards. Each courtyard has its own reception area. The inner courtyard was used to receive close family and friends since it was mostly used by the women of the household, and the outer courtyard was for serving other guests. Both of the courtyards are enclosed with many rooms, each of which has been named according to its use. One of the interesting parts of the house was where the fishing tools were displayed.
این توری که اینجاست بهش گرگور میگن، برای صید توی قسمت‌های پرعمق ازش استفاده می‌شده. به خاطر میله‌های کفش سنگین می‌شده، میرفته ته دریا. تومر که می‌ذاشتن داخلش، ماهی از اون شیاره روبرو واردش می‌شده. چون حافظه ماهی کوتاه، بین 2 تا 7 ثانیه است، راه خروجش رو گم می‌کرد، این تو گیر می‌افتاده و ماهی رو می‌گرفتن.
Coffee drinkers know that there are many kinds of coffee beans and many types of coffee drinks. Here they're serving local coffee and I'm going to go and get a cup. Well, it's hot. It's very light. Yeah, it's weak coffee. I think they've added a couple of herbs because this doesn't taste like your average coffee. Have to go and ask them what they put in it.
قهوه ما یه نوع قهوه محلیه که ترکیبی از هل و میخک هست. قهوه سبز رو ما میگیریم، بعد یه مقدار تفت میدیم، با هل و میخک قاطی میشه و اینو آسیاب میکنن به صورت حالا دم میکنن مثل چایی و برای پذیرایی که از قدیم توی رسم بومیا هستش.
The other old neighborhood is located in the southwest of the island and is called Bagu by the locals. As soon as you get close to the village, the sight of a beautiful mosque catches your eye. This is the only intact building that has undergone restoration in the Bagu village. The number 981 Hijra, 1573 AD has been hacked near the entrance of the mosque, which points to the history and age of this area. This is where almost all the locals have been saying their prayers for hundreds of years.
شغل مردم روستا اکثرا دامداری هست و صیادیه. در روستا 13 تا خانه بیشتر نیست و در حال حاضر 5 خانوار در این روستا زندگی میکنن.
It would seem that it's customary to welcome guests with a hot cup of coffee here in Bagu as well, as it was in the old neighborhood of Sefeng.
وقتی که مهمان با سامون وارد میشه، با کمترین چیز باید حداقل 1 فنجان قهوه با خرما در همه خونه ها موجود هست و از مهمان تکریم میشه.
According to Mr. Khaldun, after it's brewed, the hot coffee is poured into a pot called dalle by the locals, which is always carried in the left hand, and the small coffee cups held in the right hand are called finjan. The number of cups a coffee man or woman carries depends on how professionally skilled they are. I should also mention that it's a kind of silent coffee service where the recipient acknowledges your presence with gestures. If you want to have a second round, you only extend your cup without saying a word. If you don't want any more coffee, you need to wiggle it as you extend it to the coffee man for collection. Just as the locals have tried to preserve the old texture and traditions of the village, they have also kept the vegetation of these lands untouched and away from all the modernity you see in other parts of the island. You can see a variety of plants and trees in the southwest of the island, most of which bear fruit, but the most notable of all are the banyan trees, locally referred to as lur or lilac. They're not indigenous to the island and were brought over from India. And what's interesting about them is their trunk-like roots.
درخت انجیر معابد درخت‌های منحصر به فرد هستند. موقعی که کهنسال میشن، بزرگ میشن، تنه خود بزرگ از خودشون به نمایش در میارن و مقابل بادهای شدید که در جزیره میاد احساس ترس میکنن. موقعی که احساس ترس میکنن بلا فاصله ریشه از بالا از شاخه‌های دیگر ریشه به سرازیر میکنن به سوی پایین و دوباره به زمین خودشون متصل میکنن و خودشون مقابل باد استحکام میکنن.
You can also find tamarind trees, Indian plum and Assyrian plum in this area. The locals have been using the trunks, leaves and fruits of these trees for years. You can hear in what Mr. Khaldun says his strong belief in nature and how much he loves it and delves into it to provide for his daily needs, on land or at sea. Yet, whenever it comes to taking away from nature, a balance should be struck. Here you can see a good example of this balance. Taking both from land and sea gives nature enough time to heal. When you look at the history of fishing, it feels as if human beings have been fishing since the dawn of time. I say dawn, since that's when the fishermen take to sea.
ما از ساعت 5 صبح میایم از خونه بیرون میایم دریا تا ساعت 5 بعد از ظهر. قلابایی که ما میریزیم بهش میگن حلقه. تقریبا 1000 تا قلاب به هم دیگه وصلن که برای ماهی هامور، سرخو، شهری صید میشه. البته ما سعی خودمون میکنیم از صبح تا بعد از ظهر سعی خودمون میکنیم، خدا رزق و روزی میده.
Some of the fish that are caught with these small hooks are then used as bait for much bigger fish that are caught in launches, making sure to let the endangered species go, in this case a devilfish. It was a very long day, but I think the clear water that allowed us to see the shallow bed of the sea made time pass immeasurably fast, at least for me. The day's catch is then taken to the fish market where they are sold. But here on the Kish Island, a working day doesn't end with the setting sun. In fact, as soon as the sun begins to dwindle and the heat of the day starts to subside, the city comes alive with the lights of its many malls that are waiting to entertain those who've come to shop in the Free Trade Zone district. This has provided a new means of income for the residents of Kish, or as they refer to themselves humorously as Kish fans. It was well worth coming to the Kish Island after so many years, and I'm going to show you what you shouldn't miss if you pay a visit to the island in other episodes, so make sure you don't miss them. This is Gulna Farnudi for Iran.